Hey, Miss Girl. I've gotten so many questions online and in person about my wash and go routine, so I figured my first video on YouTube has to be explaining to you guys how I do my wash and goes. I have been natural for well over 10 years, so I really have my routine down pat and it's like second nature to me. So I really hope that you guys will be able to learn something from this video. I feel like wash and goes are the final boss of natural hairstyles. Like, it's probably the hardest style to achieve, but it's also my favorite and I feel like it looks the best. Like, it's a little fingerprint. No one else is gonna have the exact same curls that you do. Today I decided to break down how I got these curls. I won't hold you any longer. Let's just get straight into the video. I washed my hair last night. It's now like 5 o'clock the next day. I used the Sacred Hydrating shampoo and conditioner on my hair last night. I washed my hair, put no product in it, and it still feels amazing. Crazy enough, I still have some curl definition with no product in my hair. I feel like that tells you all you need to know about Sacred right there. I'm not married to any products at all, but I've been loving the Bread hair cream. This is almost gone. I've used this leave-in so much that I don't even think there's enough to do my hair today. So instead, I'm going to be using the AG Fast Food and pairing that with the I Create Hold Gel. The products that you use are going to determine what kind of results you get with your wash and go. If you want more definition, you can use like a gel and a mousse. But because it's wintertime, I really want that like fluffy hydrated wash and go. So I'm going in with a thicker leave-in conditioner and a stronghold gel. And when I say stronghold gel, I mean the gel needs to be strong enough that you can also use it for a slick back. And that's going to be a good wash and go gel, in my personal opinion. But the technique that I use can be used for any products to still get like similar results. It's so important, especially the tighter your curls are, to work in sections to make sure you're fully coating each single strand of hair. So I start off with a section about this size, but of course I'm going to go into micro sections to really focus on the definition. Splitting that in half, I'm going to clip away the first half. I really recommend that you do this in the shower, but for filming purposes, I'm at my vanity. And you need to fully drench your hair. It needs to be soaking wet. I have a towel here to catch the water, just so you can know, like, it needs to be soaking wet. Alright, now that my hair is wet, like fully wet, I'm gonna go in with my leave-in conditioner. It's hard for me to tell you how much to use. Just enough to make sure your hair is fully coated. And I like rub it in my hands first and then put it in my hair. And I start off by raking it in. Essentially finger detangling my hair in the process. And once that's good, I'm going to go in with a detangling brush and brush the product through my hair. Next step is the gel. I usually take about, for a section this size, maybe 1 pump, 1.5. Rub it in my hands. And rake that in also. And make sure you're getting from roots to ends, like fully all the way. And also brush that through. After this step, I usually add some more water. Because the product, I don't want to say it soaks up the water, but it's obviously not soaking wet anymore. And that just like helps to activate the product even more. I don't know if that's like science, but that's what works for me. Now when it comes to getting that curl definition, I work in sections even smaller than this. So I'm going to split this in half. Once I get to like sections of this size, I smooth down just a little bit on the whole section, and then I go through and separate into curls. If you can't tell, I'm making mini sections within this section. I really hope I'm explaining this properly, but you're gonna go curl by curl and smooth down the full length of your hair. Voila. It really is that simple. Oh shit. Okay, well, Just got lip gloss on my shirt. I'm sorry. It's just gonna be there now. And I'm gonna move on to the second half of the same section. Smooth it down and separate. Now you can see my hair is fully defined. If my hair was still frizzy at this point, I will alternate in between adding more water and more gel until I get the definition that I desire. But something important to remember is that if you add too much gel, it can flake. So don't just like glob it on, just use it. And if you're still learning, add little by little to get the amount you need to like fully coat your hair. And if you're going to add more of anything, I would just smooth it in my hair, because the curl clumps are already formed once you separate it, and you should be good to go. So now I'm going to do the rest of my head, and I'll check back in whenever I have more tips to share. Okay, now I'm at the halfway-ish point, and this took me maybe 15 minutes. I know a lot of people think this is too time consuming, but I do my hair once and then I'm good for the week. I don't believe in touching up hair. I don't believe in refreshes. No, none of that. I do my hair once and then I'm good for the week. And the final stretch, last section, I really wish I could convey like the way that my hair feels, because that really helps me to know if I have enough or if I need more product. The best way I could explain it is that once you put in your leave-in, you should feel like the moisture in your hair. And it's just like, that's so hard to explain if you don't know what that feels like. And then with the gel, like obviously you can see that enough gel is gonna make my hair not frizzy. And now the styling is done. I'm gonna show you guys up close. Typically after styling my hair, I take like a little break and unintentionally give my hair maybe 20-ish minutes to air dry while I like take my dogs out, clean up my space, etc, etc. Okay, let's get to drying. The first rule of hair drying is do not touch your hair once you start. If you see any frizz, anything you want to touch up, anything that you're not happy about, fix it now, because once you start drying it, your hands need to be off. All the way off until it's completely done. I personally have a hooded dryer that I sit under to dry my hair, but I'm gonna assume that most people don't have that, so I'm gonna talk about using a diffuser first. I have the pattern blow dryer. Any blow dryer works with any diffuser, and you're gonna put on your diffuser. With the products that I use heavier products like gels and like leave-ins and stuff like that, so it's gonna take a while to dry. So I would just like hover, literally hover around my whole head, and be trying to like scroll on my phone while I'm also holding this. That's why my arms are like, ugh. I go on high heat and high air. Even with these settings, it's gonna take me like an hour, hour and a half. I would say diffusing is better because it freezes your hair in place, versus air drying. Your hair has an opportunity to touch stuff and like rub up against stuff and get frizzy. That's why I prefer to blow dry, just to knock it out the way. Also, it is winter right now where I'm at, and I'm in the Midwest, so I'm not going outside with wet hair. I'm just not. I will personally be saving my arms and sitting under my hooded dryer, which I want to say was about $100, $150 from Amazon. And I will also be sitting under here for an hour, hour and a half under high heat. Okay, it's an hour later. When I get from under the dryer, the bulk of my hair is dry, but my roots are still a bit damp. So I'm gonna go on with my handheld dryer. But just make sure you focus it on the roots so you're not messing up the rest of your hair. And this is gonna be on the lowest heat setting, but the highest air, because I'm impatient. Now you can see that my hair is very defined. It's also kind of crunchy. I don't know if you can hear that. I really hope it picks up the sound. If your hair is giving crunchy, then you know that it's gonna last. I'm actually gonna go change my shirt really quickly because I need to look presentable. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully this is better. So like I said, my hair feels kind of crunchy, which I love because it means that my hair is gonna last the full week. I'm not gonna stretch it. I'm not gonna add oil. I'm not gonna do any of that extra stuff because my hair doesn't need it right now. Also, a random tidbit, I don't really like stretching my curls anymore because it shrinks back up anyway, so I just feel like it's a waste of time. Maybe that's just me. I'm gonna come up close so you guys can see the results. I don't know why, but I'm so nervous to edit and post this. This is my third time filming a video for YouTube, and the first two obviously didn't make it, so I'm posting this one no matter what. I hope that this was helpful to you guys. If you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Ciao.